Instagram has evolved to be a lot more than just sharing pictures. Studies have shown that 83% of the users have discovered a business or service through Instagram, making it a top priority to influence your target audience. Today, we will be talking about everything you need to know to become an Instagram master. Hello to my lovely streamers, and thank you for taking the time to join us today. My name is Candace Tyler, and I am the Community Relations Coordinator here at BizIQ. Now, if you have tuned in to some of our previous broadcasts, then you know who my special guest is. So please give a round of applause to Digital Media Specialist Alex Taylor. Thank you for joining me in the hot seat today, Alex.
Of course, I'm glad to be here for this nice change of pace.
Yeah. Now, I know some of our viewers are familiar with you, but if there are any newbies out there, can you tell them a little bit about what you do here at BizIQ?
Certainly. Well, I am the digital media specialist. I specialize in the planning, production, and publication of all video content for BizIQ and our clients who market through our agency. This includes pre-production, production, post-production of all of our video marketing content and services.
Okay, which makes you the perfect person to talk to about Instagram. Now, some of you may not know this, but I manage the social media pages for BizIQ, and Alex and I are constantly tag teaming projects, especially our video projects for Instagram. Now, majority of Instagram users are using the app to share photos and videos, but similar to other platforms, Instagram also has advertisements, and every fourth post that you see on your feed is an advertisement. But Alex, why are Instagram ads more lucrative than some of the advertisements on other social platforms?
Of course. Well, to be perfectly frank, there is a massive market for potential customers on Instagram, especially for those of a younger age. In fact, Instagram brings in well over 120 million visitors on a daily basis. That is a lot of potential customers for your brand. And around 83% of those users have discovered a business, product, or service via Instagram. An app like the one on your phone absolutely influences a user's decision to buy without the pressure or hassle of a sales pitch.
Okay, I see you, Instagram. But not any profile just can create ads randomly, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, no, not any can. If you're running ads for your business, then you need to turn your account into a business account rather than using a personal account. If you're sponsoring professional goods or services, then you should switch it over. There are a ton of benefits from hosting a business account. That includes access to Instagram Insights, adding a contact button on your profile, and even adding links to direct lead flow to your stories.
I don't know though. Setting up a business account just sounds confusing. Do you have any resources that could help our viewers kind of walk through this process?
Why, yes, we do actually. In fact, Candace, both me and you have a very handy explainer video about how to turn a personal Instagram account into a business account. It's a short video that guides you through the process, and it's not that complex of an issue or process. If you want to take a look, it is currently up on our YouTube channel, and we can also drop the link to the video in the comments below.
And we are dropping that link right now. So
Look at you.
there we go.
Hey.
Now, can you tell us some of the perks about having a business account?
Certainly. As I stated before, you get access to Instagram Insights, which is imperative to access if you're going to be making marketing choices and marketing your brand over Instagram. This will give you access to knowing more info on who is following your business page, such as gender, age, region, and also when you have the highest traffic for a specific day, and thus knowing when to post. Second is adding a contact button on your homepage and adding links to your Instagram stories. Lead flow is huge to converting leads into paying customers. So using your social media as a jumping board for directing traffic to your site is king. Also, your type of industry will show up on your main profile. These are just a few off the top of my head.
Alrighty, so now that we have a business account, let's talk about optimizing it for success. Instagram is a very visual platform, meaning that your content and your profile need to be appealing to the eye. So first step is selecting a name that represents your brand. Now, you don't want to choose a name like Lady Glitter Sparkles 494 8569. While yes, that name will certainly get you some sort of attention, it won't put you as the industry leader in the minds of your consumer. Alex, do you have any other tips?
Well, that is certainly an interesting name. However, that sounds more like a gamer tag than a reputable business. You should select a profile name that represents your brand and reflects the kind of services that you offer. You can even use specific keywords that are tailored to your business as a title to help with Instagram SEO. You should also make it simple yet catchy. Also, avoid using random characters or symbols. You're trying to look like a professional brand, not spam.
Yes, and plus it's not 2005. We don't need all those. But another thing to keep in mind is your brand's aesthetic and color palette. There should be clear do's and don'ts for your brand. You also want to ensure that this carries over into your messaging. With your brand aesthetic and messaging, consistency is key. The consistency will actually strengthen your brand identity tenfold. But
Mhm.
Alex, do you have any advice for what our viewers should write or put in their Instagram bio?
Well, first and foremost, you need to ensure that your bio tells a story and showcases your brand. You should also add a short and neat URL to your site as well. Again, you want to direct lead flow to your site in order to convert those leads. Also, make sure to promote brand specific hashtags in your bio. This will help in added continuity to your posts that are added to your business accounts.
Now, let's talk about metrics and analytics. We touched on it a little bit, but let's take a deeper dive.
Okay.
When you have an Instagram business page, you get access to a bunch of valuable data. Some of this data can be engagement metrics, impressions, and more. But when you're reviewing the data, you also want to look at posts that did exceptionally well.
Mhm.
And are there any indicators of why that post did so well? So, some things that I look for are what time did we post? The subject of what we were talking about. Was it a single picture or was it a carousel post with multiple pictures? Was it a video? I can go on and on. But dig in deep to your analytics and use that to recreate even more winning posts. But, Alex, do you have any thoughts on how to use these analytics to their advantage?
Well, you definitely touched on some good topics right there, just opening up. Well, a big one is observing when your page gets the most traffic, as you mentioned. What day and what time of day gets the most flow of users. You should post during these times in order to get the most exposure for that specific post, especially if a post that informs the user of a special deal, a client testimonial, or a brand-centered piece of content. Also, these analytics help you better understand who your demographics are, and they give you clues on exactly what your potential customers want.
Hmm. Now, next, I want to talk about Instagram stories. Do you have any thoughts on the topic of Instagram stories?
Well, first off, they are an excellent way to generate leads. Most of your prospects check out a majority of their stories, which means they will most likely see what you featured in your story. These stories can include video promotions for services or products, a graphic that showcases special deals, and even client testimonials that promote your brand. You can also do live videos on your story. This can allow business owners to add more personality and engagement with followers.
Yes, and with a half a billion users using stories every day, it's clear that this is a hot channel for brands to engage in. A great way to use stories is to give your followers a little behind the scenes action about how your business operates. Plus, 58% of people say that they have become more interested in a brand or service after seeing their story. Isn't that wild?
It absolutely is. However, the reason why people become more interested in the brand after seeing a story is because it helps establish trust. This isn't some faceless corporation. This is someone who wants to use their products and goods to help out customers, like the people who watch their stories. It really does strengthen the brand.
Right. And now, back in 2020, Instagram saw an impressive amount of growth. In addition to Instagram stories, Instagram is also now offering Instagram Reels. These are very similar to the TikTok videos that you may see. And from a video perspective, Alex, can you give our viewers some tips on how to capitalize on this new extension of Instagram?
Well, absolutely. Well, the Reels option is an excellent tool to use to expand your exposure for free and increase engagement with current and potential followers. For Reels, you can make a short 15-second educational video that teaches your followers about your product. You can also use the platform to showcase both your services and your community by featuring customer reviews and client showcases. It gives you another tool in your arsenal to increase engagement for a brand and raise awareness over Instagram as a whole. Plus, it doesn't need to be a full production. It can be something super quick and simple to film.
Now, part of Instagram is that, or something that, let me start over. Part of Instagram that is also featured on a lot of other social media platforms is hashtags. Hashtags are a great way to improve visibility. And often on our BizIQ Instagram page, you can see me posting our hashtags in the comment section to give our little boost to our engagement metrics. Alex, do you have any tips on how business owners can use these hashtags to their advantage?
Well, the first thing to keep in mind is the point of having hashtags, again, is help Instagram categorize photos and videos. The right hashtags can put your post in front of your target audience, even if they have never heard of your brand before. Now, keep in mind that you are limited to 30 hashtags on your post and only 10 on a story. So use these to your advantage by putting quality keywords as hashtags that can help you be found when a user is searching for your services or product. Also, keep in mind community hashtags like your product or service or hashtags of your specific industry.
Yes, and you can do location hashtags. So for instance, you want to hashtag Phoenix, Arizona, because that's where we're located.
Mhm.
But lastly, I want to talk about post frequency and scheduling. Scheduling your post is a must for a variety of reasons. First, it gives you peace of mind knowing that you can kind of set it and forget it. However, do not just take that and run with it. There is a caveat.
Mhm.
You must still log in every day to make sure that you're not missing any DMs or comments. But Alex, can you speak to our viewers about the importance of post frequency?
Absolutely. Well, consistency is king when it comes to nearly all social media platforms, especially when it comes to Instagram. Always post during peak hours of traffic, but you should try to exclusively stick with these timeframes to avoid overwhelming your audience. People might unfollow a brand if you promote too excessively. Be genuine and authentic and keep your post timing to when your followers are most active.
Yes, and with that, this week's episode is a wrap. So thank you, Alex, for being a fantastic coworker. And as always, it's a pleasure to work with you.
Of course, and likewise, trust me, this woman has helped me on more projects than I could count. It's always a pleasure.
Now, if you, our viewers, have any questions or comments, please reach out to us. Or if you just need help with your Instagram, because Alex and I would both love to continue the conversation. So shoot us a DM or you can comment down below. But join me next week at the same time and the same place because I will be having a conversation about affordable SEO strategies with the ever lovely Mandy Trent. So until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.